Chosen one, the gavel struck. Pam Bondi, the voice of the courtroom, a figure known for sharp judgments and fearless declarations, has ruled in your favor, not by loophole, not by luck, but because heaven already decreed your vindication long before the case was ever filed. The courtroom froze in silence. The tension of accusation, the heavy air of doubt, the whispers of enemies waiting for your collapse, all of it dissolved in the single sound of the gavel. Vindicated. This was not a matter of argument strength, nor the cleverness of lawyers. It was not the cunning of men or the bending of rules. This was prophecy revealed in real time. The decree had already been sealed in heaven, and today, the earthly chambers simply echoed what was eternally written. And as the cameras flashed, as pens scratched notes for tomorrow's headlines, a deeper truth resounded. This victory is not yours alone. It is heaven's demonstration, a living sign that no force, no accusation, no weapon will ever determine the outcome of a chosen one. For it is written, no weapon forged against you will prevail, and you will refute every tongue that accuses you. Isaiah 54, verse 17. This is your shock. This is your prophecy. Not merely a legal decision, but divine confirmation that justice is not delayed nor denied, but already decided in your favor. The gavel did not just fall in a courtroom. It struck an eternity, and the sound will echo through your life, your purpose, and your destiny. The scene is unforgettable. The courtroom is swollen with anticipation, every seat filled, every corridor lined with cameras, every flash capturing the moment history bends in your direction. Journalists press forward, their voices colliding in a storm of questions, but none of it matters. All eyes lock on one figure, Pam Bondi. Her voice is clear, commanding, sharp enough to slice through the noise. In favor of the chosen one, the words strike like lightning. They echo against marble walls, reverberating the bones of those who doubted you, shaking the ground beneath those who mocked your faith. And in that instant, the impossible becomes undeniable. The court is no longer merely a human stage. It becomes a mirror of heaven's tribunal. What had been whispered in prayer, what had been sealed in prophecy, is now shouted across microphones and news feeds. Vindication is no longer a private promise. It is a public reality. You feel the shift. The weight you carried through seasons of accusation suddenly lifts. Your breath feels lighter, as if every cell in your body recognizes, I am free. I am vindicated. I am chosen. Even the walls seem to agree, humming with the sound of the gavel, resonating with destiny fulfilled. Make no mistake, chosen one, this is more than a legal drama. This is a sign for the nations, a vision painted in real time, a living testimony that heaven's decrees cannot be silenced by earthly opposition. And yet there's more. Stay with me, because in a moment, I will reveal the greater mystery. Why courts on earth can only ever echo the judgments already decided in heaven. This is not the end of the vision. It is the opening scene of something larger, something eternal. Chosen one, do you see what just unfolded? Pam Bondi's ruling was not an isolated decision. It was the earthly reflection of a heavenly decree. Courts may wear robes, gavels may strike, and verdicts may echo through microphones, but behind it all stands a true judge, the one who sets up kings, who tears down false claims, who declares his chosen people righteous. Listen to the promise. He will make your righteous reward shine like the dawn, your vindication like the noonday sun. Psalm 37, verse 6. The gavel fell, but it was not the first sound of your victory. Long before cameras flashed, before documents were filed, before opposition gathered their accusations, heaven had already spoken. The sun of vindication was rising, and today it blazed overhead like noonday light. Every shadow of doubt was burned away. This is not just about you walking free from accusation. It is about your life becoming a living testimony of divine justice. Courts do not define you. They confirm what heaven already knows. This is why Micah 6 verse 8 reminds us, what does the Lord require of you? To act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with your God. Justice is not a lucky verdict. It is a reflection of God's heart. Mercy is not weakness. It is a crown he places on the heads of his chosen. Humility is not silence. It is a power of walking with heaven's backing. Do you see it now? The law of the land only mirrors the law of the kingdom. Every earthly ruling is but an echo of the eternal throne. And when heaven has decreed vindication, no opposition, no false tongue, no forged weapon can overturn it. Chosen one, you are not just an individual in a courtroom. You are part of a remnant, a sacred company of those who have been vindicated by heaven and confirmed by earth. There is a name for this remnant, the first chosen ones. And now comes your invitation. If you want to walk among the first chosen ones, those who live in covenant with heaven, those whom courts can only confirm but never define, then this is your moment. Backhand index pointing right. Click join below. That act is not casual. It is covenant. It is you saying, I belong among the vindicated. I belong among the chosen. I belong to the remnant heaven has raised for this hour. This is more than membership. This is belonging to the order of the vindicated, the lineage of those who carry heaven's ruling in their very bones. Your verdict is eternal. Your place is prepared. Your invitation is here. Chosen one, pause for a moment. Don't just hear the ruling. Feel it. Let your body testify to what heaven and earth have already declared. Your shoulders, once pulled tight under the invisible weight of accusation, begin to release. The tension melts away as if unseen chains are falling to the ground. You inhale more deeply than you have in months, maybe years. Each breath feels like freedom flooding into your lungs. Your chest, once constricted by fear and uncertainty, opens wide. Your heart beats steady, bold, unafraid. With every pulse, it declares the truth. I am not condemned. I am cleared. I am chosen. Your eyes brighten. Where there was a heaviness, there is now a spark. Where shame tried to cast shadows, light floods in. Even when you catch your reflection, you hardly recognize yourself. Not because you have changed your appearance, but because vindication has altered your countenance. The burden that once bent your posture is gone. Your head lifts higher. Your back straightens. You walk as one who has been confirmed, established, set apart. Feel the energy in your body shift. Doubt was heavy. Accusation drained you. But vindication restores. It is as if your very skin glows, carrying the invisible imprint of freedom. You radiate relief, but more than that, you radiate divine justice. Those around you notice it too. They may not have words for it, but they feel the atmosphere you now carry. Accusation cannot cling to you. Condemnation cannot stick. You have stepped into a new reality, and it shows. Chosen one, understand this. Vindication is not just a legal stamp. It is a physical transformation. It invades your body, your face, your energy. It restores your sleep. It deepens your rest. It lightens your step. It's as if the very cells of your body are singing the verdict. Not guilty, vindicated, free. Look at yourself. Your reflection has become prophecy fulfilled. Even your skin testifies. The weight is gone, the light has come, and you are walking as a living evidence of heaven's decree. Chosen one, do not mistake this vindication for vanity. Do not think heaven arranged this moment just for applause, for headlines, or for the thrill of public vindication. No, this is far greater. When Pam Bondi ruled in your favor, it was not merely the close of a case. It was the opening of a calling, a sign that your purpose is not crushed by accusation, but refined through it. Every charge against you, every whisper of opposition, was fuel for the fire of destiny. The trial was never meant to define you. It was meant to reveal you. This is not about legal fame. It is about holy purpose. Heaven is saying, you have been set apart for something bigger. Vindication is not the finish line. It is a commissioning ceremony. The gavel did not close a chapter. It sounded like a trumpet, announcing that your mission has only just begun. Think of Joseph, who was accused falsely and thrown into prison, yet rose to stand before kings. Think of Daniel, who was accused by jealous men, yet vindicated in the lion's den. Their vindication was not about clearing their names. It was about advancing their purpose. The same is true of you, chosen one. Your vindication is a signal flare in the spirit. Nations may overlook it, but heaven knows. This ruling has unlocked your next assignment. Your purpose is confirmed. Your steps are ordered. Your mission is alive. So do not waste a second in vanity. Do not squander this moment in pride. Step forward with clarity. Move with courage. Walk as one commissioned. For when Bondi ruled for you, it wasn't just a case. It was prophecy fulfilled. Chosen one, hear me clearly. This ruling is not pending. It is not waiting on appeal. It is not trapped in limbo, stacked among unresolved files and forgotten cases. No, this verdict is stamped, sealed, and active. The court spoke, but heaven had already spoken. The moment the gavel fell, it was not just a sound. It was the release of a living decree. Vindication is not someday. Vindication is not later. Vindication is now. Too often, the enemy whispers, wait, delay, perhaps tomorrow, maybe another season. But that is the lie of hesitation. Heaven does not delay what has already been decreed. The ruling is live. The victory is in effect. The burden is lifted this very moment. Chosen one, urgency is not panic. Urgency is clarity. It means you no longer live under accusation. You no longer bow to shame. You no longer rehearse old fears. Today is the day. Now is the time. This is the hour. Do not let doubt steal a second more. Do not let fear rewrite what heaven has written. Stand in it. Walk in it. Declare it. Vindication is mine, and it is active now. Chosen one, hear this truth. You are not the accused anymore. You are not the one sitting in the defendant's chair, waiting for mercy or hoping for leniency. That identity is gone, buried under the weight of heaven's verdict. You are not the accused. You are the precedent. You are the living example that proves how heaven rules in favor of its chosen ones. Your very life is the evidence, the ruling, the case study written in bold letters across time and eternity. Chosen, vindicated, unstoppable. When people look at you now, they don't just see a person who escaped accusation. They see the demonstration of what it means to be backed by heaven. Your story is no longer a tale of survival. It is a landmark decision. You are the precedent others will point to when doubt tries to rise. They will say, if vindication was possible for them, then it is possible for me too. Chosen one, your identity has shifted. You are no longer the one fighting to prove yourself. You are the proof. You are no longer wrestling for a verdict. You are the verdict. You are heaven's signature, walking in flesh and blood, declaring, this is what divine justice looks like. Think of it. Your very presence rebukes lies. Your very breath refutes accusations. You carry authority not because of who you are in the world, but because of what heaven has written over your life. You are not evidence submitted in court. You are the ruling itself, final and binding. So lift your head, square your shoulders, step into the room, knowing that you are no longer on trial. You are the standard. You are the case law. You are the precedent heaven has established, and no earthly opposition can reverse it. Chosen one, vindication is not abstract. It does not live only in words, verdicts, or invisible decrees. It leaves marks, signs written into your very being that anyone with eyes can see. Look in the mirror. What do you notice? The heaviness that once dimmed your face has lifted. Your eyes, once shadowed by sleepless nights and anxious rehearsals of what if, now shine with a calm fire. Your reflection is no longer one of strain. It is one of strength. Your posture tells a story too. Where once your shoulders slumped, bent under accusations, They now rise upright. Your spine straightens, carrying not the weight of defense, but the authority of one who has been declared free. Even your walk changes. You step lighter, not because the ground is softer, but because your spirit is no longer dragging invisible chains. There is a glow. It is subtle, yet undeniable. Some may call it confidence. Others may call it peace. But those with spiritual eyes know it is the radiance of vindication. Heaven's verdict rests on you like light on a hilltop. You carry it in your skin, in your presence, in the very air around you. And it is not just you who notices. Friends, family, even strangers feel it. They sense something shifted. They may not know the details of the courtroom, the names of the judges, or the words of the ruling, but they recognize the fruit. You are different, lighter, freer, stronger. Chosen one, these tangible signs are not illusions. They are the outward evidence of an inward decree. You do not need to convince anyone of your vindication. You only need to stand, to breathe, to live, and your very existence becomes a testimony. Your mirror confirms it. Your posture declares it. Your glow radiates it. These are the marks of one who has been vindicated by heaven and confirmed by earth. Chosen one. There is a moment in every courtroom when the verdict is announced, but there is also a sacred moment when the verdict is sealed. The gavel strikes. The words are spoken, but then comes the act that makes it irreversible. That is where you stand now. The judgment has been declared in your favor, but now heaven invites you to seal it with your covenant act. Listen carefully. This is not about money. This is not about transaction. This is about signs. Heaven has always worked through signs. Noah built an ark. Abraham built altars. Moses lifted his staff. David sowed offerings. The prophets raised memorial stones. Each act was a physical sign that said, I align with heaven's decree. I accept my covenant role. Today, your sign is simple yet sacred. Heaven is asking for a seed, a $20 super thanks. Not because heaven needs currency, but because heaven honors covenant acts. The number itself is prophetic. 20 is the number of redemption, of cycles completed, of promises made tangible. This is why I tell you, sowing $20 is not casual. It is covenant. When you click the super thanks button and sow that seed, you are not paying for vindication. That has already been given. You are sealing it. You are declaring before heaven and earth, I receive this verdict. I stand in this ruling. I align my life with a decree that no weapon against me will prosper. Picture it. As your hand moves to give, the act itself becomes a gavel strike in the spirit. The sound echoes not in marble halls, but in heavenly chambers. Angels mark it. Heaven records it. The enemy sees it and trembles, because your vindication is no longer just word spoken. It is covenant sealed. Chosen one, don't hesitate. Delay is the language of doubt. Covenant is the language of faith. The ruling is yours already, but sealing it is your moment to say, I agree with heaven. I accept my place among the vindicated. I honor the prophecy fulfilled in my life. So here is your call. Backhand index pointing right. Click the super thanks button. Sow your $20 seed. Do it not as a routine act, but as a declaration. Write it into your spirit. This is my covenant act. This is my sign before heaven and earth. I accept my vindication, and I walk as one chosen and sealed. Chosen one, the gavel has already struck. Now let your covenant echo it. Your $20 seed will become the outward sign of an inward decree, a testimony that you do not just hear heaven's word. You live it, you seal it, you own it. Heaven multiplies covenant signs. What you sow in faith becomes a ripple that heaven magnifies. This is not theory. It is testimony. And today, you have the chance to make that testimony your own. Do not miss this hour. Seal your vindication. Stand in your covenant. Click super thanks now and let heaven see your sign. Chosen one, the verdict is not just an announcement to celebrate. It is a lifestyle to embody. Vindication is not something you visit occasionally like a monument. It is a daily rhythm, a way of walking, breathing, and speaking. Heaven has cleared you, and now your task is to live as one who is free. Every morning when you wake, let your first words be a declaration. I am vindicated. I am chosen. I walk under heaven's decree. Your tongue shapes your atmosphere. If accusation once trained you to speak in fear, then let vindication retrain you to speak in victory. Words are weapons. And now, every word you speak must align with the ruling heaven has stamped over your life. When you rest as one who carries no accusation. Lay your head on the pillow without rehearsing the charges once hurled against you. Release the weight of yesterday, because your case has been dismissed, your record cleared, your name written in light. Rest as the vindicated do, deeply, peacefully, confidently. For heaven does not just want you free in court. Heaven wants you free in body and in soul. When you nourish yourself, do it as one who is established. Eat not in haste, as if running from shadows, but with dignity, with gratitude. Drink water, as one who has crossed the desert and found the spring. Feed your body with the knowledge that you are sustained by more than bread. You are sustained by the decree of God. Every bite, every sip becomes communion with the truth. I am vindicated. I am chosen. I am established. Guard your speech, your rest, your nourishment, because these are the daily altars of your vindication. Do not let old habits of shame creep back in. Do not sit again at the table of anxiety. Do not allow your nights to be stolen by fear. These are the ways of the accused, but you are no longer the accused. You are the precedent. You are the ruling. You are the chosen. Chosen one. Understand this. Vindication is not fragile. It is not temporary. It is eternal. But your lifestyle becomes the evidence that you have embraced it. Heaven has already declared the verdict. Now your life must display it. So walk with upright posture. Speak with steady voice. Rest with peaceful heart. Nourish with holy dignity. For every moment you live this way, the world sees it. This is what vindication looks like in flesh and blood. And as you live it daily, accusation loses its power forever. The voices that once rose against you will grow silent, not because you answered them, but because your life itself has become the answer. Chosen one, this is your lifestyle now. Not guilty, vindicated, free, established. And every word you speak, every night you rest, every meal you take is a living testimony that heaven has ruled, and you walk under the banner of that ruling. Chosen one, we have walked through the vision, felt the weight lift, seen the reflection glow, and heard the verdict echo from courtrooms to heaven. But every journey with God ends not in silence, but in prayer, because prayer seals what prophecy declares. So lift your spirit now, and let these words become your agreement. Prayer of vindication. Lord, I stand in awe of your justice. I thank you that every weapon formed against me has failed. I thank you that every tongue that rose against me has been silenced. I thank you that when courts ruled, they only echoed what you had already written in eternity. Today I declare, I am vindicated, I am free, I am chosen. Father, let every chosen one who hears this word step into the same freedom. Let no false tongue prosper over them. Let every accusation dissolve in your fire. Let courts, leaders, and nations confirm what you have already decreed. Raise up your chosen ones as living precedents of divine justice, so the world may see that you defend your own. Seal us in peace. Clothe us in righteousness. Let our lives shine like the noonday sun, so no shadow of doubt can linger. Amen. Chosen one, as you whispered or shouted that amen, something shifted again. Prayer is not empty sound. It is a hammer striking the unseen. And now you are invited to act, because faith is never passive, always moves.